The things people tell single women about how they should feel about being single really makes my ass itch. Oh, maybe your standards are too high. You need to learn how to compromise in relationships. You literally push people into abusive situations when you say shit like that. Here's what my last year and a half of dating experiences has been. The last person I dated was not over their ex, and they kept on going back and forth between the two of us. They also did not respect my autism and told me things like, well, if you know that about yourself, you should be able to change. And to be clear, the thing that they were saying that I should change is me going out to bars and clubs on weeknights, even though that's really overstimulating for me. And at this point, I'm pushing 40. Many people at this age don't do the club and bar thing. She also routinely pushed my buttons and waited for me to get really mad and then would be like, wow, you're really crazy. Before that, I started going on dates with somebody and it started out really sweet. And then she started saying little rude things to me about my looks, about my personality. I recognized from the past that things like that usually turn into full-blown abusive relationships if they are allowed to continue. The person before that, we talked all day, every day, and then all of a sudden they fell silent. But they sent me a couple little dry text messages and then there was nothing. So I blocked them. I recognize when somebody's being hot and cold as well as avoidant, and I know that's not a good person to enter a relationship with. The person before that I dated last year, at the time I had like 2,000 or 3,000 followers on Instagram, and they told me the reason that people don't watch my videos is because I'm not twerking. The person before that watched me have a month where I struggled so badly that I couldn't pay my rent, and they did not offer to help. Instead, what they told me was, well, I was taught that you should work hard. And I was like in tears because I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. And they said, well, you seem tired, so I'll call you later. The person before this, we dated for a few months, but I started to notice that whenever they went out with their friends, I was never invited. They did, however, invite me to multiple concerts that they already had tickets to before we started dating. It's like I was just a placeholder for somebody else. The first time we went to one of these concerts, it was sort of chilly that night, and I asked them if they wouldn't mind holding my sweater, and they said, I'm not gonna hold your fucking sweater. It's not that I'm not open to a relationship. I am open to one, but I'm not willing to settle for this type of bullshit. That's a choice I've already made multiple times that did not work out. Healing taught me that patterns repeat themselves until you make a new choice. The new choice I have made is learning to love myself and accept that I might go out of this world alone. I have this little mirror at my desk, and in the morning I sit here, I place one hand on my heart, and I speak to myself at every age from 1 to 18, and I tell her, Brittany, I love you so much. I see you, and you're safe now. And whatever it is that you're holding on to, you can put it down because I have your back now. Me being in a healthy relationship with someone else is not a guarantee. At the end of my life, I can still be surrounded by healthy, intentional love as long as I have cultivated that with myself.